Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast, where world-changing spiritual entrepreneurs come to deeply awaken the power within to bring forth their greatest purpose, to create massive awakened impact for millions of souls around the planet, while enjoying being in tune with all life and real wealth in all aspects of their lives. I'm your host, Daniel John Hanneman. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast again. We've got another amazing guest. Joseph will absolutely fascinate you. He is a very passionate man. He's a consummate artist in his own way. Artist of the soul, I think, is my new tagline for Joseph. So we're going to get into it today. You will absolutely, I guarantee you will be fascinated by what he has to share, and you'll want to learn more about it. I can just almost guarantee that to every single listener. So we're going to get into it in just one moment. Do you want to meditate and make money? Let it be simple. Let it be easy. Let it be fun. Go to yoursacredpurpose.com and get your free Meditate, Make Money meditation today.
Thank you for having me, Daniel. And I'm excited to be here today. And let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let me tell them more about you first. Joseph Boutros Agape, also formerly known as Gavi, and we can talk about that maybe later, is a former engineer, banker, and international sales manager. His past is packed with degrees, certifications, given only to people of science and logic, yet Joseph's true gift appears in an area less frequented by typical scientists. An expert blueprint numerologist, master healer, and spiritual leader, Joseph speaks on topics ranging from relationships and the law of attraction to life purpose and past histories. He is well known for his program, Soul to Soul Connection, Level 1 and Level 2, where he uses his own gifts to help others free themselves and have peace with their past. As a psychosomatic therapist and drawing upon his extensive knowledge of numerology, Joseph developed Psychosomatic Numerology, which focuses on the relationship between one's emotion, mind, and the body, and in conjunction with the chakras and their connection with diseases. Joseph's new gift recently showed up in the form of painting. He's painted over 400 paintings in 5 years after not having a background in it. Now he aligns his gift of healing and painting and meditation. He uses quanta healing art and quanta healing art meditation, both TM, to empower self-healing with art. So, Joseph, always awesome to talk to you. You're always transforming all kinds of people's lives and all these great things happening. And so it's always fun to hear what the latest and greatest is from you.
Well, thank you for having me again, Daniel. It's been a while we haven't spoken, but you know that I keep changing many careers, many stuff, but it's not changing. I keep improving them to go push the limits. So that's where I thrive with that, because I found, I'm a Gemini, so you have to understand things get boring at one point. So you have to keep changing. If nobody wants to change, then I will change.
Right, exactly. Right, exactly.
Nobody wants to change.
Yeah.
So that's one part of that.
Mix it up, right?
Yes, and look, at the end of the day, we're all struggling with seeing ourselves. We all want to have the best in us, but we all still caught up into our self-image of what mom told me, what's my dad told me, who they think of me as who I am, which have nothing to do with who I am, because not even you're still recognizing who you are, because you build up the structure, what everybody told you are. How many times you hear men or women, their first grade teacher told them, you're not a good in math.
Yeah.
And then they got crippled in all their life thinking they're not good in math. But that's it, build up and become a self-image. And in the mirror that we all have inside, we start mirroring that self-image, and would reflect into the people around us to even enhance that in us.
Right.
But what am I doing, really? So it's not the way, we can simplify life by throwing out that self-image that happened 25 years ago or 30 years ago. And that person that you were before, you no longer exist.
Right.
Because it's not anymore the type of a person, You're not your body, you're not your old experiences, you're not anything. You are only you, to throw this out in order to discover the jewel that you have inside of you that you haven't tapped into it yet. And we all are having that jewel, and we are geniuses even, because we came in from a soul perspective. We came in to do something in our life. But how can you do something in your life and not struggling to do it when you keep all your self images, and every word that anybody tells you, you keep pushing it into the reflection that it's reflecting in your own mirror, that it's time for it to go? And why on earth we keep holding to it? And don't ask me. So my question is to even to your audience is, who are you? Really, not tell me what you've been and what you studied or what you've done or anything of that. I don't care about those, because that does not define you. You know, so who you are really, and start figuring out, what am I genius about in my life? What's genius I have in me? Am I genius in making money? Am I genius in relationship? Am I genius in attracting romance? Am I genius in whatever it is? And that's where something that has to be start looking into it, you know, because every single person is a genius. Every single person is a genius, and unfortunately, we've been de-geniused a long time ago by our own repeated patterns that we accepted completely and innocently. We accepted them as our true reality, but actually they are only a facade of an illusion built around us. But our jewel still inside, because we'll only, all what we see in front of us is the illusion of what we've been told about ourselves. But is that true, really? Is that true?
Right. I think that's one of the best ways we can clear, you know, beliefs. I really, you know, I was listening to one of these experts, you know, that's brings thousands of people to his event and everything, and the top level guy in mindset. And he says the number one mindset shift is just realizing beliefs, all these beliefs just aren't true. Just that alone. Like it doesn't have to, you know, we're like these big complicated processes to shift beliefs are fine, but you know, just even realizing all these beliefs just aren't true is huge. Yeah.
It's an illusion.
Yeah.
It's an illusion. We accepted it, and it became part of the mirror that we projected to other people. And when other people comes and project what is in our, reflect in our mirror, then we get so upset, we jump, we become nuts about it. Yeah, but you're projecting it.
Yeah.
And then I'm only reading your mirror. So why don't you completely break that mirror out?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a negative thought or opinion about what's happening, it's definitely your triggers. It's something going on with it 100% of the time.
And we blame it on everybody else after.
Right.
But it's not like, we need to start become true to ourselves and really true to our soul to say, look, I've been taken with all this nonsense, but it's only you who can make a stop for the nonsense. Only you, nobody else. Otherwise, you're going to keep attracting people one after the other one to keep providing you the same nonsense in order for you to deal with them.
Right.
So how many men or women you want to keep changing in order to satisfy your curiosity that the problem's still in me?
Right. As soon as I get that fixed, everything will be fine, right? That kind of idea. Sure.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, it's really, sometimes we drive ourselves to being nuts at one point, just never thinking that it's our own reflection in anything we hear from the outside world.
Yeah, so you talk about today we're talking about self-healing made easy by many colors. And so, yeah, I mean, and I'm thinking a lot, you know, so we're saying already, hey, it's easy, it's easy. It's what we're pointing to, and you're pointing to particularly, but it's like, okay, it's easy, but I think sometimes we just don't realize. I was just again on another interview. I was interviewing somebody, and he gave the great reminder, like if anybody will just sit with an emotion for even 90 seconds or less when it comes up and just sit with it, get present with it, just even get present with it, more times than not, it's just going to disappear because within presence,
Yes.
it can't, nothing, it won't, that separation energy cannot sustain, we just make it easy. Just don't, if you give into your
Here, look,
mind and try to work it all out, now you're making it
I
complicated.
wrote it down. I choose
Right.
a journal to rewire your subconscious with total ease.
Right. He's got a book in his hand for those that can't.
It's an empty book.
Yeah. It's an empty
It's a
book,
journal.
right?
But the point is not about what you want, or is how you say it,
Mm-hmm.
to reprogram it differently. That's all what it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you keep repeating the same tune on the same song over and over, that's all what you hear. But
Right.
when you start shifting it and you start going into different direction of it, then it will change the process. And your mind said, wow, there's more traffic there. Why I care about that anymore?
Right. Right.
And that's what the idea of that came in. And it came this idea for that journal before, when I used to have a repair business. When you remember those big giant TVs that have the bump in the back, and if you got zip with that, it's 30,000 kilovolt. If you got zip, you're fried, and when the fuse keep pumping up, there's burned every time you touch it. Then we look into the circuit board, we see there's the capacitor is not working. Then we change it, but still breaking out. Then we look to the board, we see that the whole line is burnt. That's mean I need to rewire it differently. That line that you've been bombarded all your life with the same hardship, with the same nonsense, it's already burnt. You cannot fix it. You cannot repair it anymore. So we have to change the new direction into it. When the brain starts seeing the new direction coming in, then it will say, let's cancel that one for good. Let's concentrate on what you want today, and that's all what it comes. And that's the whole idea of that book came to me, is like, why we keep thinking that we're gonna fix myself. How come you do affirmation sometimes and it's not working? Why the affirmation are not working? Because you keep walking on the burnt circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Because then your mind said, you sure you're gonna do that? You're not that.
Remember what happened when you're 7? Come on, it ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So instead of keep hammering ourselves with the same lane, let's go to another way. Let's go different road. You keep going to work every day with it. You put your car on and it's like it's going on autopilot. It will take, how did I end up here? But you start seeing that one day that road is closed. They're doing repairs. Now you're getting confused. Which way I need to go? Because you're programmed your mind to go into the same way. Now I'm getting confused, and you start getting nervous. You start getting upset. You start getting uptight. But then you start relaxing. You start seeing different view. You start feeling different pictures, different people, different alignment, and then you start keep walking, and you get to your destination. You say, "Wow, I like that road.
Yeah.
Why I never used it?"
Right. It
has less traffic.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, this is a frequently traveled path. Less traffic means that it has that spaciousness, right? It has a sense of, relax, this is easy, right?
It has more possibilities.
Yeah.
It has more possibilities, more choices for us to choose then.
And
the other one is already programmed.
Yes. And so the thought I'm getting though on this is the reason why I think people don't want that is they're like, well, I'm really concerned that there might be dangers on those roads, right? Yes, the unknown, the fear of the unknown.
That's what we call familiarity. What we're familiar to will become more, we're safe. We feel safe
Yeah.
with it.
Even if you got a
You
knife
know,
to your throat all day, at least I know this. Yeah.
you know what I mean? Why I need to try something else? But you see, what I call the fear of the unknown, that we're all afraid to go to that new road because we're afraid to go to that road. But I would like to remind everybody, if you didn't choose that fear of the unknown and cross to that road,
Mhm.
you are sitting in this doing the same thing. At that point, you are in the fear of the unknown because you have no idea where your life is going to take you worse next.
Mhm.
You are in the fear of the unknown. The other one is not the fear of the unknown, it's your way out.
Mhm. Right. Mhm.
That's the difference. We merge the fear of the unknown, where I'm stuck today. That's my fear of the unknown. What's going to happen to me? I don't have the money to pay my mortgage. I don't have the money to do this. I don't have the money to send my kids to big name schools or whatever it is. I am in my unknown because I have no clue where I'm going. But if I have the opportunity to be shown a new unknown, I would take it a first run into it, because that could be the possibility for my checking out where I
Right.
am.
Right. Yeah. Again, I keep thinking of this last interview I did. There's so many nice little nuggets in that one too. It's like the whole thing we've heard a million times. Like, maybe down that unknown path, it seems like you're failing 75% of the time. But all you need is 25% of the things to unfold for you to pay for those colleges potentially. We don't know, but you keep saying, well, oh, see, that didn't work. Yeah. They're just the old neural networks, right? Oh, this doesn't work. See, you just stay where you are. Like you gotta stay down that path just long enough and let the new vibration come in, the new miracles, new manifestation, right? All that good stuff.
I mean, look, if you're not happy, then go back to your old stuff. If you're happier there,
Yeah.
stay there. But you've been complaining about that for a long time. So why you want to go back?
Right. Why are you complaining then? Stop complaining about it at least. If you're going to keep picking it, at least stop complaining, right?
Yeah. Stop being anxious, stop being stressed about it, stop being anything or complaining. Just, if you don't want to give a try for, I don't like the word try even. If you want to go ahead and go for something different, and then what's the point of whining and dining over there?
Right.
Look, I moved my whole healing aspect of everything. I move it into painting. You see behind me, there's a lot of paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all energetic paintings, are designed in the same way I used to work, but instead of working through the traditional way of doing self-healing, we're doing it with colors, because
Mm-hmm.
colors are energies.
Mm-hmm.
I can put the word love through the color. I can put the word divine through the color. I can put the word success through the colors. Everything has its own potential.
Yeah.
Like this, if I have the feeling of being shamed is 1910-1, which is also, I can pick up the color for that to put shame if I want to put shame. If I want to change the shame and somebody said, give me different feeling, positive for shame, why I need to put shame anymore? Put the
Right.
positive feeling.
Well, let's dive in, because you just said something that's going to go right over people's heads for the most part. 1910-1, so this gets into the numerology and whatnot, right? The
Numerology.
aspect that you put into your paintings. Is that right?
Yes, yes. Numerology, like shame is if you go into the table, the alphabet for A, B, C, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I always narrow it to one digit, and I put the numbers and I add up the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And for each vibration, and you can see that through Dr. Hawkins' a map of consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
how he divides the feelings. And all of these feelings on my map of consciousness that I have, I turn it all into numbers.
Interesting.
I took it and I went further from that. I turn it into numbers, and those numbers now, let's see what's the positive side of those numbers, and let's emphasize on those numbers and positive. Why we keep emphasizing and insisting to emphasize on the negative instead of our strengths, the positive?
Right. Right. Yeah.
Because remember, all the time, and it's proven, it's done, everything, whatever you want to take it scientifically, positive always win.
Mhm.
It's stronger. It's a higher frequency. It's a
Yeah, the
higher frequency.
negativity tends to hook us more, but the positive is stronger. Is kind of how I see it.
It's
Is
gonna pull us out.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna pull us out completely.
yeah.
Because look, Dr. Emoto, what he did, he put a glass of water. Remember that?
Right.
And
Hmm.
he put the word love around it.
Hmm.
And the water is absorbent of the energy. And the water, he saw it in the microscope crystallized. And he put the word shame or evil or whatever name, and you see the crystallization of the water, how it turned out, really reflecting the feeling.
Right.
That's what I do in the painting, because in the painting with the paint, I put lots of water in me
Right.
to program what feelings I need to bring.
Right. Yeah, it
You know,
works. I
so
mean, it's shown again and again. We did an experiment at our church with the kids one time. We had potatoes, right? We got potatoes. One group, we sent all love and good energy to them, and then the other ones we actually sent like negative energy towards. We put them in two different buckets. The ones that the negative energy went to started rotting right away. The other ones continue to stay like just like they were. It's like total. If you know, I encourage people to, if you want to have a fun experiment, to see the visual proof. Like you can do things like that on your own. You can see it for yourself. You don't need a Dr. Emoto or whatever. I forget his name.
you don't need to be anybody. You know, you don't need
Right,
to be
right, right,
anybody.
right,
Just go out of your box. That's all.
right. Exactly, exactly.
Experiment something different. That's all it is. It's not
Right.
like we're geniuses talking about it here. No, we're not, because everybody is genius to me. Because everybody came from a soul perspective. They're coming to empower, enhance, and service into humanity, whatever form or shape we're doing it. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as we get out of our own box. But in our box, there's a lot of self-image that determine who we are, who we're not, but according to who, really?
Mm-hmm.
According to who? When you were born, was it a sticker on your head has that you're shameful? No, there was nothing. It's something, stick it on your head, and then you believed it, and that will become your real support, that I am that. And that become your excuse for not to play bigger.
And we tend to remember the negative more than our successes and wins for most people if you're at a default consciousness, right? So like I think back.
Why? You know why? For one simple reason. Because the negative, when it comes to us, it makes us feel in a certain way. We still remember the feeling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a strong feeling, right? So I think back to handwriting, you know, like as a thing that I was, okay, your handwriting sucks. You know, we're going to send you to a specialist. The whole time I was aware of a thought in my mind. I'm like, they'll never get me to write well because they're not seeing me. Therefore, I could care less. I'm going to keep writing sloppy. They can try to teach me all they want. I could care less. Like they're the idiots. They got the problem. I did a lot of things that way. Defiantly would go against myself just to show, like, you know, no, this isn't what, you know, to try to, you know, passive aggressive, they call it, but you can't get me to do it. No. So, but yeah, I can remember that. So what do I remember from my schooling? I remember you have bad handwriting, you know, like this is the biggest thing I can remember from schooling, from like an early schooling. I can't remember at first any other thing. Then I can remember, oh, I was good at math. Okay. No one really stood out and said, oh, you're really good at math. No one said that. Only I knew that, but like no one else came to me, you know, that much. Maybe some of my friends, but you know, not the teacher. Teacher is like, oh, you're so good at math. No. What I'm saying is your handwriting sucks. So it's like, I think it's so important, like, for us to remember, like, that's how it is in our own consciousness. You keep beating on yourself all day, that's what you're constantly with, right? But if you can just be stronger and like, okay, man, I'm amazing at this. I'm amazing at that. Just focus on that, right? It's the same thing in the inner. Yeah.
No, give yourself the permission. I want you to give yourself the permission. If I say to myself, I'm not good at that, or people laugh at me every time I speak, give yourself the permission to explore what's the positive side of that to you. If you want to be in the positive of that, how does it look like? And that's very essential, because the moment you give yourself that permission, now you'll be able to listen to the positive more than without permission.
So you break that down for us more. So give us an example. Let's break it down more, so it's really understandable.
If I'm saying to myself, I am stupid. Now, think about it for a second. You are stupid. That's good. I'm not gonna argue with you. Good for you. So that's all it is. Because whatever you say is true, that means it's true. So whatever we do. So I am stupid, for example. Okay. Now, one day I woke up, I said, why am I stupid? I don't have any, oh, my mom keep telling me, stop being stupid. Or stop being this, or stop being that, or whoever said it, I'm giving you as an example how we start taking it ourselves. Now, one day, and the funny part, because that belief system now become part of your self-image that you imprinted already on your mirror inside of you. So that become your reflection to the world. That every person you're going to attract, they're going to show you that you're really stupid.
That's a funny thought to have. You're right.
You know what I mean?
I'll show you again how stupid you are, just to confirm what you believe, right?
Do you want to have more belief system about it? I'll show it to you. No problem. Don't worry about it. I'll show it to you. Now, one day, out of the moon, and the blue moon arrive, and you say, I never question, why am I stupid? I'm not that stupid. And you give yourself the permission to act. I'm very smart.
Yeah.
I'm very smart. And start building the feeling around it and make it manifest in your body. In no time, you're going to attract through your mirror now people to emphasize on your smartness.
Yeah. Totally.
And how I do that in the meditation, for example, I have a way in the meditation. I've been doing it for 35 years, but I never spoke about it well, because nobody asked me what do I mean by that. So you are yourself. You chose the experiences. I'm stupid. I'm ugly. I don't deserve happiness. I don't deserve love. I don't deserve anything. Blah blah blah. All these crappy stuff. I'm always broke. Blah blah blah. Now, if you are with those vibrations, if you're walking outside on the street, you're gonna be walking one-sided.
Yeah.
Now, in order to make you to straightforward, that nobody detect that you have all of these problems, then on another level of consciousness, there is an identical self to you that is operating from a different place than you. And that person, when they see you like that, then they put their hand to bring you like that, and they will do the positive side of you. At the same time, simultaneously, at the same time. So what happened in that? I've been teaching that for 35 years. In all my meditation, you listen to them, there is identical self. So what happened was that? Now, remember the scale, the old scale that you put weight in here, and you put the potatoes in one side to see how much they weigh.
Yeah.
So you put your potatoes in one side, and then you get a weight of 1 kilo to see if it's 1 kilo. No, it's 1.5 kilos. Then you put another half to weight it out to make it balanced. The emotion is the same way.
Yeah.
You're imbalanced in one, your identical self bring you the weight to balance you back. So sometimes you say, many times my clients say to me, but I don't know how to be in love. I don't know how, I'm not sure how to love. I never experienced it. Yes, you did. Let's go and bring your identical self. So I'll take them to be with their identical self that is on the different galaxy sometimes. Doesn't matter where they are. And the way they balance them, because everything they used to say, I'm not, the other one is doing exactly the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And I will show them how they're living their life. They will show it to them completely.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they had a problem with their mom and dad, their identical self is living the positive mom and dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the positive mom and dad can give you a clue on how to handle mom and dad properly.
Mm-hmm. So this might sound abstract to some people, or like, what do you mean? My parents weren't positive, and I didn't have good experiences mostly from them. What do you mean,
Yeah.
positive mom and dad and the negative mom and dad? So tell us more about that. What do you mean?
Yes, I mean, look, many times people, they said, oh, I have an easy childhood. Okay, no problem. You had an easy childhood. And then I started digging deeper, and I said, but today you're doing this habit. Where did you learn this habit? Oh, from my mom. But you said you didn't have a problem with mom and dad.
Right.
Whatever that habit, it could be a stupid habit. Oh, they see mom looking into the every penny to make sure that, and they become exactly like mom.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not your soul coming that for to count the pennies.
Right. Right.
I have a perfect life as a child. Let's dig in. Let's come on, sit down, sit down. And when we start dig in, we start seeing the things. Wow, I took everything for granted. I took my belief system. I completely cooperated 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever they told me.
Yeah.
100% without even questioning a thing.
Yeah. Some
But
of
you
it,
know what?
I was going to
You know
say,
what the worst thing?
go ahead. Yeah, go on. Yeah, I was going to say something about that, but go ahead.
The worst thing is if your mom have a habit for herself, nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Or anybody, and your dad has another habit, but you at a young age, you didn't understand what they're doing.
Right.
You didn't understand at all what they're doing. And looking at them, then you borrow whatever they're doing, you borrow it to yourself and you adopt it in you for you to experience it. But you're taking their habit, not yours.
Mm-hmm.
But then you forget it with you. And you pass it to your kids.
Right. Right. Just keeps going.
But
So.
but your parents were nice people. We're not saying they're bad
Right.
people.
Right.
But there's different layers of bad experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is poverty if you're born in a poverty country or
Right.
poverty family. But there's a lot of poverty when you're grown up into a family that keep telling you money doesn't grow on trees.
Right.
You have to work hard for your money. You need to have 9 to 5. This is another worse of poverty.
Right.
That is poverty thinking now.
Yes.
Now, in psychosomatic numerology, the first poverty that you're born in a poverty, physical poverty, that is on the base chakra. The other poverty that I talk about it is in the solar plex chakra, which involve emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And if we take it from numerology, both chakras refer to the 8th vibration, which is about money, power, and achieving recognition.
Mm-hmm.
But if you picked up, and if your mom and dad keep talking in your head, fighting each other over whatever stupid thing, yeah, but you weren't touched in your childhood. No, but you've been watching the movie theater between your mom and dad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Goes right into your subconscious, especially when you're younger. It really imprints strong, right?
Big time. I mean, the first 9 years, you're a sponge.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you start your sponging from 3 months fetus even.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because your subconscious started at 3 months fetus.
Right.
Registering everything from mom, was she feeling good? Was she feeling excited about your pregnancy? Was she saying, oh, how we can't afford it? How many parents say, we can't afford another child? What are we going to do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, there's people that tell me like I'm totally confident, I have no lack of confidence, and I know when anybody says that, that I know that there's massive insecurity and unconfidence inside them, and they
Yes,
keep saying how confident they are.
because they're not seeing their mirror,
Yeah,
what's in their mirror,
right.
you know. Because I mean, Les Brown, he have one interesting quote that I'm paraphrasing it now. I'm not saying it word by word because I don't remember the word by word. If you are in the picture, you cannot see the frame.
Yeah.
That's enough, you know.
Yeah,
If
I
you're
mean it's
talking,
it's pretty
if
profound and directly points to what you're to the truth of like you can't be aware of it then. Yeah,
even when you're driving, you have a blind spot still, even
right,
with your mirrors on.
right, right.
You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So that's where we have to start being paying more attention. It doesn't mean childhood has to be you have a physical abuse or trauma or
Mhm.
whatever it is. Doesn't mean that. But there's the stuff that we've been absorbing critically from people that is even worse than anything else.
So when we get back to the focus, the theme of the show anyway is self-healing made easy by many colors. So I mean it is easy like if you can notice these patterns and like, oh, this is just like my mom. Wait a minute. Paying attention, starting to shift to the positive, all those sorts of things. Now that's easy. Um, so you can help people in all these different ways, Joseph, through this self-awareness, through psychosomatics, through numerology, through so many different ways you help people. And then you've got the paintings, which is infused with all kinds of different things. Have people meditate with the paintings, etc., and they get all these big clearings that they've never had before. So there's all these different many ways that you help people. And the experience I've had from the testimonials I hear from you and others that work with you is yeah, that it's deep, profound, like a lot of times, and from you especially, I hear like people getting results that maybe they haven't ever gotten before. But why is that? Why is it that what you're doing, it makes it easier? What is it that what you're so
But,
how is it
but
made simple? How is it made easy? Because
it,
that's what people want to know more
it
about.
is it is very very simple from from the perspective. If I'm sitting, I'm affirming something in my head, your subconscious read better in images
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and faster.
Yeah.
Now, when you look into a painting and gaze only to the color, and the color has a vibration for certain things positive, that you if put it there to express that positiveness into it, and your subconscious say, wow, that's easy to deal with it here.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so when I take you through the meditation, through that painting, and I will ask you where your eyes gaze into that painting, check all the colors around it.
Yeah.
Because each painting, there's 3 or 4 layers inside of it, of other colors too.
Right.
So when you're gonna go through the portal, I'm gonna take you to that portal, that energetic space that will open up for you to walk through it, and you start seeing, that's mean you're passing through every color with all the different feelings. Now, what we do in those things, we go and take the energetic field of everything when it started. I don't care how many lifetime was that. We take it from there. We can we take it from us until this life here that is still bothering us unconsciously. This is why we do things unconsciously. Most of them are coming from past life energy field.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll move them, then we move from mom and dad, when we move from their mom and dad, and then we take it to all the ancestry, then we remove it also from our kids. And every person that came into our life who brought us the same feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that in the same meditation.
Yeah.
And then I take them to do forgiveness, to forgive themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and from the forgiveness, then I use the med bed. I don't know if you heard of the med bed, but
Oh, yeah.
med bed is a high technology. It's been successfully done with me. I got many people that tell me, wow, I do the med bed every day now.
Yeah.
And we already there. Okay, they said from alien technology, whatever it is, but it's already available. You can see it in movies even.
Yeah.
In the high tech movies, you see it.
Yeah.
So I'm using the energetic field of it with the work of the guides, your guides, when you're doing it, and to help you to erase all of these emotions and feelings that's been stored for many lifetimes. Then bring you back, and we close the portal that you went in, and you'll feel the changes. Your body will start feel itchy sometimes, or whatever. You feel tired. I invite you to go take a small nap, because your body needs to update now. You might go take 3-4 naps after the meditation, and you might have to drink a lot of water. Because remember, 80% of your body, scientifically, they tell you it's water. And if water is an absorbent of feelings, of energy, it absorbs the energy, like Dr. Emoto proved it.
Right.
Now, if you're always thinking about, I am shameful, I am shameful, I am shameful, what is the water in your body looks like? Don't you think that will create diseases?
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So if your body is already 80%, if you start injecting those positive feeling, and you keep gazing into a painting that gives you that positive feedback, and for your body to start feeling those impact, you can change your life. And you're not doing much. It's only half an hour meditation in a day.
Right.
It's not, it is simple if you want to simplify it. But if you want to simplify it, look, I had some people came in to me. They said, I have eczema, I have this, I have small, to me, as a physical healer, I used to be, and I still I am, but those eczema and stuff, these are small cases for me.
Yeah.
And if they came and I took them through that healing, and I took them and they got home, they said, oh, this is already gone from me, and the other one gone in 3 days after. Well, that means there is something happening here.
Right.
How long it took? Half an hour. Because me, when I work with my own guidance, my own angels, whatever you want to call, we work with from the light side, I always ask, I want the proof. I'm not satisfied with only, yeah, I feel good with it. I want the proof.
Right. Right.
And the proof always show up.
Right.
So stop being skeptic before you even do something about it first. I cannot go see and, oh, I don't like to go to India. Why? Everybody told me it's awful place to go. Really? But have you been? No. Then how you judge it?
Yeah.
According to someone else, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
We have to be the one who tested it on ourselves. Because that what I'm saying, it happened to me. Somebody advised me not to go to India, and I had the best time in India.
Right.
I've been 3-4 times.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody has a different take on everything. This was good. Another person's a raving fan. Another one says that this person's the worst person ever. They'll take all your money. They're scam artists. Then somebody else says, no, they saved my life. They're the best person ever. Well, which is true. I mean,
that's all only opinions.
Yeah.
But doesn't mean nothing. I need to try do it myself. I want to test it myself.
Yeah.
I want to have a test drive. You don't want to go to a dealer and buy the car without a test drive for it.
Right.
How you feel in it. Not to buy it without test driving it, and you see you're too short in this car. You cannot see outside.
Right. It looks great in the magazine. They show you, but you all right, I'll buy it. Let's take it out. Wait a minute. Let's see.
I'm too short for this car.
Great. Can I get a refund? No, you bought it. Contract's done. It's yours.
You lost 50% now. Finish.
I already spent my commission. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. So what do you say? You got to test drive it for yourself. Tell us more about that. Like, how can people test drive what you're sharing?
And if you're okay, because I have a new program, I'm giving it for free for my list or my own people.
Okay.
If you like to give it to your to the people later on, I can send you the link for it.
Yeah.
It is to come for 4 sessions. I'm doing one on health, one on self-love, one on love, physical love, and how to bring love to your life to enjoy love, and one is going to be maybe on something else. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm making it right now as we go along. I'll be happy to pass it to you. You can pass it to your, they can come and experience 4 sessions.
Yeah.
They're free of charge. There's nothing into them, but it might change somebody's life.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Give them a taste. Give them a taste.
Doesn't have to be complicated. It can be so simple.
Yeah.
And once we accept whatever it is, even if anybody wants to have a session with me, just a quick session, they can connect with me. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
I always do that. So it's not like it is something I shy away from it, because I'm introducing something new into art. Why I need to have a piece of art in front of me at home doing nothing when I can have a piece of art really projecting a lot of positive energy in the whole space I am in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. The example, I don't know if I told you about that example or not, but when I had my solo exhibition, I had a pregnant woman came in from another province in Canada. She'd never been in Vancouver. And she went into the gallery and she told me, when I walked in that gallery, there's some energy here. When I walk to the rest of the galleries, there's nice pictures and even maybe nicer than yours, but they're dead. They're nice pictures. They're nice painting. Well, I'm not degrading them, but they don't have anything. But once I enter into your space, it's energy from both sides because I activated all the paintings, man.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, do you wanna experience the experience? She said, what experience? Do you wanna go through meditations through the painting? She said, yes. I said, is there anything you wanna delete in your life? Let go of your life? She said, yes. And then when I took her, she said, yeah, but that person is dead. I said, it's even better. Keep going. Don't worry. I said, bring me that person 7 years before they passed away.
Yeah.
I said, do you have her in front of you? It was her sister. She said, yeah. I said, now tell her anything you want to tell her. She's been holding it for 7 years.
Right.
Because something she wants to tell her, but she passed away.
Right.
And she was crying her balls out. Her eyes were completely going down. And she said, wow, it's a whole release.
Right.
It's like you snapped everything from my chest. I've been struggling with it for 7 years. I said, good. Now, but I said, I have something else to tell you. She said, what? I said, your sister is going to be coming in that baby girl you have inside. She said, but how did you know I have a baby girl? I said, isn't that what you have? She said, yes. Then welcome your sister, but it's going to be, now you already released everything. So it's going to be a totally brand new experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that, I done it not half an hour even, 20 minutes.
Right.
I didn't give her the big, longer meditation, but because she wants to release something that she wants to tell somebody else, and she'd been struggling to do it, and we done it through the painting.
Right.
I said, which of those paintings you felt more attracted? She said, that one. I said, let's go stand in front of it.
Right.
And many people that they bought the painting because they got so much hooked into the painting of it, because it's their painting. Like all of these paintings, when I done them, I had one intention. This painting is gonna go for one person a particular person. I have no idea who that person even is. I'm only downloading their whatever they needed,
Yeah.
and I put it in that painting.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's why I'm not way in a rush to sell the painting. I need the right person that I did the
Right.
painting for.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's very
And they're
intentional.
always
Everything.
they're coming. You know, I sold 80 painting only to the US.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and that's where the whole thing. So each painting is designed for a particular person, but who's
Right.
that particular person? I have no idea.
Right. Well, as we're wrapping things up today, yeah, we definitely could put the link in for your classes if you still have them going, you know, at the time of the airing of this broadcast. But
They're gonna be keep running
podcast.
anyway. They're gonna keep
Okay,
running.
great. So we can get that going, and then you want to tell people briefly where they can find out more about you as well.
Well, remember now I changed my name recently. Last night eventually I changed my name. But
Okay.
you know, last night I did it. So if you go to Joseph Butros Gabi, you find so many links on me on Google.
Yeah.
But now I'm going for Joseph Butros Agape, the original name, but it's gonna be in Google. But if you want to go to soulvisionawakening.com, you find everything about me. If you want to go to the art site that I have, and you can inquire about any piece of art you see there, or I can design one according to your own vibration using Blueprint Numerology.
Mhm.
All I need is your date of birth. That's all I need, and I create how you can go moving forward, even not only keep dealing with the past. I mean, the past is a past. Leave it there. You know, it's time to live. So I can design one particularly for your energy. Imagine you have one in the office, how you can energize people in your working for you in the office to bring them more live energy. And even if you're open-minded, you can have a practice every time when everybody comes in the morning, they go and listen to the meditation.
Yeah.
Give them that half an hour, they'll be more productive all day long.
Right.
You know, and you can find me at josephbutrosgabiart.com, you know, and but it's not like you're not gonna find me. Or you can talk to Daniel, he'll tell you where I am.
Always dial up Joseph for you too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I've been experienced, you know, like your courses and stuff. I have got numerology reading, I believe, and whatnot from you. And so always enjoy talking with Joseph too. Always very valuable, very helpful. I mean, me starting to share my full name, Daniel John Hanneman, in the world came because Joseph says, hey, you could, it's made simple, it's made easy. Just you start using your full name, like that's gonna help you. And you know, so like these little things that can make a big difference. The big bonuses that you get with Joseph, on top of the depth of knowledge and healing, etc., that you can get through everything you share. So anyway, so I'll have all the links, all the good stuff in there for you. We're at the point of the show where just do a quick check in. I've been doing a lot of tuning in for you at times lately, it feels like, but we could do some tuning in here. At least you never know when the next amazing download is going to come through for you, Joseph. So,
For me.
so we can go ahead and download a thing or two or whatever here for a moment. You ready to receive?
I'm ready, always ready.
All right.
I'm born ready.
Okay,
I'm born
great.
ready.
All right, here we go. And everybody, this could be for you too. I might be tuning into somebody like, that's me too. Okay, here we go. Okay, so just hearing about being a master healer, they're showing me like, this is gonna sound really funny, but it's like you're in a robe and it's got this sense of wealth and luxury and sort of like Playboy energy, like yeah, I got it easy. It's life's easy. That part of it. So not literally a Playboy, but like that kind of vibe. Like things are easy. Life's good. I just soak in the pleasure and you know all this sort of thing. So that feels like there's more lightness that wants to keep coming in, and you're going to keep embracing it. So hey, maybe there's a robe you want to, I don't know, maybe you have it. You can tell me in a moment. So we'll do another download or two here. Hold on. I just keep hearing about strength. I just feel this solidity and power inside you at the same time. There's this I'm gonna say masculine strength. It's like, and I think that's why the Playboy thing is kind of coming in. It's like, come on, let's go. You've always been like that, but there's more strength. There's a more embodied masculine energy coming through you, that's helping as well. Okay, because for a long time you've always had that, some of that, but like you've also had a lot of flow energy, right? You're very with a lot of flow. Now this masculine, let's get the things ordered and strengthened. That's coming in stronger now. So that's really fun. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. Okay. Well, I'm seeing a number of things, but I'm just see a lake. I see something about your mom, something about have you forgiven? Maybe there's something you forgave of your mom at some point or recently. And I just get this feeling of settling into your flow and the energy flowing through your crown chakra into your energy. And there's still something kind of heavier on the back of the energy a little bit, but there's a sense of no, I can be at peace with myself. Doesn't matter. Some of these things that might have happened or judgments or whatever, I can be perfectly at peace with myself, and that's why your work has been centered around peace a lot. Peace, ease. I get an image of your mom maybe being a little bit really busy or something. Really, come on, this exacting energy. I don't know if it's true, but that's what's showing me. And you're like, no, come on, so you're holding things in that sort of container of presence, peace, divine masculine energy, and like, hey, let's just enjoy. Let's let this thing just unfold. Let's let it be the easy way. So all those messages are coming through. Okay, Joseph. So we're gonna stop there for the moment. Just hear your thoughts, reflections of what came through.
There's truth to it in the sense that I was reflecting on my mom. My mom passed away maybe 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
But I had to, it came on my mind recently a few times, and whatever I released from her, I did that. So additional release.
Yes. Yes.
And then eventually I released a lot from the ancestry recently from a newer version of release. That I never done it before because it came into a new download for me. So I said, let me try it on myself.
Right. Of course.
I'm the test bed for anything. I tested on me first.
Yes.
So I was releasing some stuff from my family, from my mom and dad's side of the family.
Yes.
And to clear up things for whatever I'm not sure if I have the idea on what I was doing even.
Yeah.
But I was releasing that whatever it is has to be taken care. That I never done it because I did cut from the whole energy, the energy from everybody, but I've done it long time ago.
Right.
Knowledge today is not the same as it was yesterday, and that's where I found it interesting that you mentioned that. So you tapped into that.
Yeah, it's this sense of relaxation that comes in that you're bringing forth with deeper energy within your body and your energy, and that continues to just continue to make everything easier for your work in the world is what I'm hearing. So
yeah.
So yes. Okay, great. Good thing.
Thank you for that.
Sure thing. People want to check me out, you just go to yoursacredpurpose.com. You wanted me to tune into use and much more depth. Get your Rock Your Sacred Purpose energy scan, where we'll go ahead and dial in your way of being and what's happening for you. Go through the chakras, the energies, whatever's going on for you, and also to be able to really nail like where your business wants to go. That's my particular focus is where's your purpose, your business wanting to go, what is going to take it to the highest next level. You can check that out at yoursacredpurpose.com. Get the session if you're ready to rock, all right? And then you can get the free meditation. Everybody can jump on that, meditate, make money, and open up your energies. Let the energy come in so that things can be easier. Let the wealth signal come in and the downloads and all the good stuff. All you have to do is go to yoursacredpurpose.com and receive. So anyway, so that's what I wanted to share on that. And Joseph, I always like to give our guests the last word. And so what's any last words of wisdom for everybody today?
Well, I always say it, I'm always going to repeat it. It's called life is simple. We make it complicated.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, because we choose to go the harder road. We choose to go the negative road. We choose to, you know, just make a new choice. Yeah. You know, what I recognize from the healing work I was doing is not just enough to release the soul agreement that we had with everybody we signed an agreement with on this lifetime that give us a hardship in our life, but also it's about making newer choices in life. Don't keep your old choices alive. If I say something to you and reflects something, and then you pick up one word, and that one word is attached to a story that you have from X, Y, whoever is, you're not making any new choices here. Yeah. You're still in your old you. You're still in your mirror. You're still in your old self-reflection. And that's where we have to change. It's about making a new choice and adopt it. Anchor that choice. Be, you know, take personal responsibility and ownership of it. That's what we mostly lack sometimes, and that's where we need to enhance. But still, life is simple, regardless how you want to do it. But why you're making it harder on yourself when you shouldn't do it harder on yourself? It is his choice.
Right.
You know?
Let it be easy. Let it be simple. Life is simple. That is absolutely true. It's the complication of our minds want to go with that program that we. Hey, you want to make things complicated? You could try to have fun with that, but I think we've had far more than enough of the complication. Let it be simple now.
You know why your mind wants you to keep the complication? Because if you let go of the complication, your mind loses his job or her job.
You're right. Now what do we do?
Create your new mind, you know, create a new.
Right.
That's all.
Renew your mind. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we need to leave it there, but it's awesome having you again, Joseph. I was glad to speak with you.
All right. My pleasure, Daniel, and great to see you again.
Thank you. And so everybody, isn't this amazing? It's always an honor to have Joseph. He has incredible wisdom to share. So please, you know, I don't say this often, but hey, feel free to subscribe, share this with your friends, etc. And like I always say, keep on tuning in, and we'll keep on rocking it here at Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Listening to Spiritual Rockstar Podcast. Stay tuned for our next upcoming new episodes each Wednesday and Saturday. Please be sure to subscribe, rate, and review to help us to serve you best. As a reminder, you can get your free Meditate and Make Money meditation at www.yoursacredpurpose.com to rock your sacred purpose. Goodbye for now, everybody.